Hello, welcome back to my home. All right, so this morning I am gonna take this whole chicken. I've been thawing it for a couple of days, and we got this from the food pantry. And I'm gonna take this and boil it in the big stock pot that I have, because I want to boil it so I can also save some chicken broth to make other dishes like soup or rice or something like that. So that's what I'm going to work on today. And then what I do have over here as well is I cleaned and dried the eggshells. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind them up in the coffee grinder. And I'm going to sprinkle them into my garden beds. So I have that to do as well. You want to make sure that you really rinse these and dry them out before, because they do dry out. And put them through the coffee grinder. They'll grind into this nice powder, and then you can sprinkle a little bit in your garden. It works really well for that. Let's get this chicken going. All right, so I'm outside. I grinded up the eggshells into a very, very fine powder. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit into the beds. We are going to get rain. So this will help get it into the soil. Very good for the... I know, JD, I know. JD's crying because he wants some attention. I know. Shh. Let me do my work. Hold on. I saw you this morning. He is such an attention hoarder. You're an attention hoarder. Mama, what? Yeah, we are getting rain tonight. Did you know that, JD? We are getting rain tonight. Yep, we are. What? What? Word. What is going on with you, sir? All right, let's lift it up so we could see you. Oh, where are you going now? What do you see? Come here. You doing all right, buddy? Doing all right? Feels good out here, doesn't it? Does it feel good out here? It does. We need a weed eat over here. With all the rain we've been having, everything grows so fast, doesn't it? Gotta have your little bit of fame, don't you? So I want attention too, Mama. I know. Oh my goodness. Hello. I know. You want attention too. Alright, so I just want to show you what I'm doing. I have this DIY all natural household cleaner book, and I'm just writing down things that I need. Now these are things like baking soda, white vinegar, washing soda, borax, salt, hydrogen peroxide, lemons for lemon juice, liquid castle soap, citric acid, and essential oils. And guys, this is all you need really to clean your entire house. So I'm just making a list, and I have some bottles already that I need to refill. So So that's what I'm doing here, because I really want to get into trying to do my best to do all DIYs. Oh my gosh, I have to sneeze. Sorry about that. And not only my own DIYs for cleaning and for my garden and things like that, but also stuff to make my own foods and not have to buy so much from the store. So I'm always trying to plan and see what we already have, what we need. And if you don't have this book, I'm not affiliated. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not, sponsored or anything. This is just a book that I found. You can probably find it on Amazon, and it's a really good book to have on hand. This one has all kinds of things, from cleaning your bathroom, your kitchen, your floors, your laundry, disinfectant sprays, air fresheners. I mean, carpet care if you have carpets. I don't have carpet, so just all kinds of stuff. Ready wipes, granite polish, kitchen sink. I mean, it has everything. So try to see if you can find this book. It comes in handy for sure. All right, let's talk for a little bit. The chicken is still boiling and all my chores are done, so I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. So I've been watching, we have Prime, and I've been watching some of the movies and shows on Prime. And so what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start telling you like what I've been watching and stuff like that. So I don't know if any of you have Prime, but I watched the movie Siren, and we all know what a siren is. It's a woman who is seductive, right? And so I ended up watching that. That movie is not for kids at all, okay? I didn't like the movie, but I'm gonna branch out. I kind of want to challenge myself to like watch everything on Prime, because there's a lot of things I haven't seen, and that's kind of like our only entertainment at home is movies, music, and reading and stuff like that. So let me know if you have seen the movie Siren and what you thought about it. Also, I watched the complete season of a show called Rich Kids Go Skint, and that's where you have these rich children who are privileged, born into, their parents worked really hard to make a lot of money, and so they don't understand the value of money, and they go and they put them with people like me who are poor and show them the weekend of a day in their life or a weekend in their life and how they survive with the little money that they have. And most of these kids end up crying. Most of these kids end up like, oh my God, I can't believe, you live this way, or how do you survive, or, you've gone a day or two without eating so your kids could have food. Like, it's really rough on them. I just think it's eye-opening, and I don't know, I liked watching it. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about is, I'm sorry, I don't have allergies, but for some reason, like, my eyes have been itchy. So I stayed home almost the entire month of April, besides going to doctor's appointments and the one time we went to the food pantry. So most of my time I spend at home, and I quite enjoy it. I always have something to do. I know there's a lot of people that say, oh my God, I can't stay home every day. I would get so bored. There's nothing to do. Well, it really helps you to be creative when you stay at home. You can write stories, you could draw, you could watch movies, you could dance, you can exercise. There's always something to do, and there's always something to clean. So I enjoy staying home. Another thing is we completed, I'm so sorry, we completed the April of no going to the grocery store, and we survived. I mean, I couldn't believe what I was able to come up with and how much food we had, and it was able to save us a little bit of money from not using the store in April. And did it get a little bit hard? Yeah, it did, but we made it through. We survived. I was able to empty out one of my cabinets and majority of what was in the freezer. And so, yeah, I think we did really, really good on that. Which is going to lead me into talking about May. Now, coming up in May, we're going to do Make It May, which means we're transitioning into making everything ourselves. all our own cleaners, laundry soap. We're no longer going to be buying store-bought bread. We're going to be making our own bread, ketchup, salsa, anything that you could easily grab down the aisle at the store. We're transitioning into making everything ourselves, from pesto to pasta, tortillas, salsa, everything. So I'll have more of that stuff coming up in May. Whenever I cook, when we run out of something, I'll definitely be sharing that kind of stuff with you. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the transitioning, because a lot of the store-bought stuff that we easily just grab and buy has been, it kind of makes my stomach hurt. Like, it makes me feel sick. I mean, I'm sorry, but you don't need 100 of ingredients in bread. Bread is something that is based off of flour, yeast, and water. I mean, why do we need 100 ingredients? When you look at the package and you buy bread, it's like, oh God, just to preserve it, you need all this stuff. Does homemade bread last as long? No, but it's not meant to last long. You know, you make a loaf and you can, you eat it within a couple of days, and then you wait a couple of weeks and make another loaf of bread. You don't have to have bread every single day. And so that's what we're going to be working on. You guys let me know if y'all want to join in with the Make It May. It's not going to be like, I'm not going to call channels out. I'm not going to do any of that. It's just, if you want to join me, to better your health and to better, you know, your pocketbook, to save yourself some money, I would think about transitioning into this, because it really does save a lot of money. If you think about making pasta, you're using egg and flour. If you're thinking about making, you know, tortillas, you're using flour, water. Like, you're using almost the same ingredients to make one thing and make another. So you're saving money in that area. And then another thing is buying in bulk. So I'm going to buy my flour and sugar in bulk, only because I know that that's what I'm going to be using, and it's not going to go to waste. If you're not going to be doing Make It May, and if you don't make your own stuff, then there's no point in you buying stuff in bulk. But for me, it'd be cheaper for my family of 4 to buy the stuff in bulk, knowing that it's going to be used. And another thing that I will not be buying is frozen vegetables and fruits, because here's my thought process on that. We buy so much freezer stuff. But the thing is if you buy a bunch of freezer stuff, what's going to happen when you lose power? What's going to happen during tornado season? What if you lost power for 5 days? And that's money that's being lost and thrown away. So I'm transitioning more into growing my own food, and then buying like a couple of fresh produce for the week. Now, let's say you go and you get fresh produce, and I used to be the type that I would buy like 6 cucumbers for the week. But now I'm just buying two or three cucumbers for the week. I'm basically cutting that in half, so that way the fresh produce doesn't go to waste either. Because sometimes, even if 1 or 2 get pushed to the back, it rots and you forget about it, and you have all of this produce. So that's what we're doing as well. I really want to try to not waste so much. So we're going to be transitioning into getting more canned stuff and more items to make our own stuff, and then our own seeds and gardening stuff. So that's the plan. I hope you guys stay with me, and if you haven't yet subscribed, I would, go ahead and subscribe, because you never know what you're going to learn or see, or what I'm doing on here. And it's free. All you have to do is sub, maybe watch a couple of minutes, and join our family. So I'm sorry, my eye is itching. But anyways, there's not much else going on today. I'm just going to boil that chicken. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to debone it, and then I'm going to put everything back into a crock pot, whatever fits in the crock pot, with some onions and some stuff in there, and kind of make like a broth. And that will be used for, soups or rice or whatever else you can add broth to. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do the rest of the day is I need to sweep the floor, make the chicken, and then I'm going to diamond paint, because everything is pretty much done. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to live, laugh, and love, and I'll see you on the next one.